life it seemingly gets more complex as time goes on, but for some reason, all the complexity that I encounter pushes towards simplicity. And I asked my soon-to-be wife, you know, what do you want to do in this life? And she just said, I want to be a mother. Do you think the modern society is so inundated with so much shit that like we've forgotten that the answer of life and like what to do with life can actually just be so simple?
I love that we get here, because this is what I told you before we started recording. I watched your first video when it had like 19 views, and I was like, I got to talk to this guy, because he sees it. You see it in the same way, and we got there now by talking for 2 hours, right? No, but that's great. I think, because I want to connect it back to your question. It's like, okay, if everything around me is basically total fucking chaos, because everyone alive is so far away from all these people that came before us, that were actually like super super aligned with this experience, literally embodied the experience. I love that word, embodied. Like, they embodied it. Okay, that is apparently what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it fully. I'm gonna live this bodily experience fully, right? Well, we are super far away from that, and I think that is what your question is about. But then connecting it back to Bitcoin, in all this chaos, how do I anchor myself? How do I anchor myself to just be still for a second, to look at whatever's happening in an ever accelerating, more ephemeral way, and create a direction? And I think we can go deeper into Bitcoin now, but for me, that is Bitcoin, because the like I said, the information in Bitcoin, the immutable information that is stored in Bitcoin, is an absolute truth for me and for you, exactly the same, like I just said. So even whatever you think of Bitcoin, if you think it sucks, like, that is not even my opinion. What I just said, like, it is. Like the data you download is the exact same data that you download, and this then and you, like, your code, the code that you can type in to verify, etc., gets the same result as you get. So there is no other party, or there are no other parties. There is nothing in between you and the truth that you can verify for yourself, and that doesn't exist in today's world. Uh, Aside from perhaps the somewhat shared truth or experience of the spiritual realm that we talk about, but even that is more uh, dispersed than the Bitcoin truth. So I think, like, Bitcoin anchors us in this physical reality, and like we talked about in the beginning, gives you time and space to figure out, okay, what is this? What do I want? How do I go there? How do I manage whatever comes at me? And your question about, children, or just following the basically the kind of like biological programming. This is also what I realized when I had this ego death experience, this idea of, okay, if what you truly are is a spiritual being having a physical experience, right? That you are a part of the universe, and I am a part of the universe. This is what this Thomas Campbell guy says, right? You are an individuated unit of consciousness, is what he calls it. But we come from the same source, but we are incarnated, in a different body. So during this trip, when I was like downloading and processing, I was realizing, okay, so if the physical reality is a manifestation of, the eternal everything, the consciousness, the highest form of manifestation, the most complex form of manifestation, is a human body, because a human body is aware of itself, right? So rocks have consciousness, and elephants and frogs and sunflowers, there's consciousness in them, but they're not aware of it. We're aware of it in different degrees. Like the rock doesn't know it's conscious. The flowers, for example, or the plants, we already know that they know when you are coming home. Like there's people that do research to that, right? Like the plants can feel when you are there. What the fuck, right?
From 2 kilometers away, your houseplants will react to you coming home from 2 kilometers away.
Like that is a fact. Okay. Elephants mourn the death of baby elephants, right? They come back to the like they, dolphins are more intelligent, and then you have humans, right? So the highest form, well, this is how my mind went. I wonder where you, well, not my mind. This is what I saw. I wonder what you think. But like the highest form of the eternal consciousness, i.e., love, the highest manifestation of love is another human, because the most complex form of manifestation is another human, right? So you manifesting that again is like the highest thing that you can do in this human physical experience. So I just realized that is the goal. Like the highest thing that you can do is to make another human. And that has like nothing. It just felt really logical to me to just get to that point. Like it would be basically the ultimate respect for your own gift.
Yeah.
If nowadays you see that there are people that don't follow that because this manufactured paradigm, matrix, existence, whatever they operate in discourages them so much, gives them so much anxiety about the future, artificial anxiety, not the organic anxiety we talked about, because they don't think they can afford it, right? Or it ruins their life, or it's like, I want to be my own boss or have free will or whatever the arguments are. I think now really that is all a distraction. Funny. Maybe getting a child is also a humbling experience, because when I'm playing with my kid on the floor and he does something I don't like and I kind of snap at him, he doesn't even listen to me. I'm like, oh no, that's my mother. And I'm like, oh shit, now I'm doing what I didn't like. Okay, I need to fix that. You know what I mean? So it's like the child is a mirror of you, because the child has no idea. The child literally falls into their body, right? Like I have a baby and she doesn't even know how to stand. She didn't know how to crawl. She just learned to wave, right? So she's falling into her body, but you see the spirit. We have interaction, and there's like humor, and she's laughing and we're connecting, and all these things are there. But I still have to protect her. She can die at any moment when we drop her or whatever. Like she needs me, and she needs her mother more. Right? So now I think looking at life and all the spirituality with what I know now, then having a baby actually confirmed it for me. It's like, and it's like, okay, you fall into this body, you learn how to control and use the body within the whatever this experience is. For imagine you're a baby. I'm just looking at her so much. It's like she's just like, yeah, whatever, this is it. But there's nothing outside of the room that exists for her. Her reality is the room or her bed, or you know what I mean? Like there's no understanding of the bigger thing. I once heard a guy say, like, if there are like two dogs running around in a library, do you think they know they are running in a library, and like they know the function of the library, that there's like an amount of knowledge captured in books from other places by other people, and that's like the collection of the knowledge in the library, and the library is like in a city, in a country, in a world, in a universe, whatever. They're like, no, they're just running around like dogs. And that's what I'm thinking about with the baby. It's like the baby doesn't have any context. So I'm teaching the baby, we are teaching the baby, what is the context? This is a color. This is what we call blue. This is what we call green. This is what we call a cow, right? This is what we call water. Like like it's us. We are doing that, right? So whatever she does later is a mirror of what I did for her. And so whatever she's giving back to me that I don't like comes from me. There's no context. The baby has no context. They just are, literally. And they just look at you like, okay.
It's pure source running on the programs you gave it. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy the show, don't forget to like and subscribe below. It really helps a growing channel like this out. And click up here. It'll take you to a collection of the best this podcast has to offer.